Hi everyone, this is Matt from tracyandmatt.co.uk, and here I am with a device that's been leaked quite a lot and a lot of pictures on the web, and I've been out there for a little while. We're obviously talking about the replacement for the last year's 2013 HTC One. So this device, there's been a lot of questions as to whether or not what the name would be. Can now reveal that it's going to be called the HTC One M8. The M8 is going to be in just small brackets after the HTC One. Last year's model becoming the HTC One M7. So to take a quick look around the device itself, again, been appearing in pictures for a little while, but let's take a look around anyway. On forward facing, we have a 5 megapixel autofocus wide angle f2.0 forward facing camera for taking your selfies and so on. We do have the boom sound speakers top and bottom of the screen, so on the head and the chin we do have boom sound speakers. HTC have gone and reworked these, so they're 25% louder, and also have changed the acoustic chambers there as well to just improve the sort of audio output of them as well. Round to the outside, we have space here for the SIM card, which is actually a nano SIM. And as you can see, the edges are much more curvy and rounded off on the new HTC One M8. At the bottom we have the micro USB sync charge connector and the headphone socket, which those of you that have got or have seen the HTC One M7 now know that this is on the bottom, used to be on the top. To this side we have the up and down volume control. We also have a micro SD memory card slot, which will take up to 128 gig micro SD cards. And then on the top we have the power button, and also has the power button, as per last year, does have the IR blaster in there as well. That is again inside the power button itself, not to the side. On the back, again, this is one of the things that has been subject of much discussion. So we have the main camera, or the camera which is the 4.1 ultra pixel camera, same as on the previous model, and it has a dual tone flash there, so we get a more accurate reproduction of image and white balance when we use the flash. And then we have a camera above, so that's a duo cam system, duo cam system. The top camera isn't usable in and on its own. It's used in conjunction with the main 4 ultra pixel camera. The idea here is that the pictures are taken, the top camera, the smaller one, actually captures depth information, so that we can do refocus, and then the camera itself, the ultra pixel camera, does take the image. You'll notice the back here is called metal grey. There is also a gold and a silver version, silver looking, basically Arctic silver being the same sort of design and colour scheme as last year, and an amber gold. But this is the metal grey, which has got striations across the surface, giving it this sort of brushed hairline finish, which is very nice. And the metal aluminium casing goes much further around, rather than having the plastic sides from the previous model, goes all the way around. So it gives you this edgeless finish. About 90% of the chassis is now metal, as opposed to last year's model, which was around 70%. If I just turn the power on, one thing I will actually point out is I can just double tap to turn the screen on, double tap it to turn it back off. So somewhat rendering the power button slightly redundant. We also have other motion controls here that we can swipe in from the side to bring up blink feed. And if I turn that back off again, I can swipe in from this side, and I can swipe in from the bottom to bring up home screens, and I can swipe down the top. You kind of get the idea, but that's what we do have there, sort of with designs, as you can see. Got built-in MSC. Just let me quickly run down the specification. So primary specification, we have a quad-core Snapdragon 801 chipset with a quad-core CPU running at 2.3 gigahertz. There's 2 gig of RAM, 16 gig of internal ROM and storage. There will be a 32 gigabyte model available, but that will be only for outside of Europe. Europe is just going to be the 16 gigabyte model. As you can see, the 5-inch display has extreme viewing angles, which picks up a little bit more with the naked eye perhaps than the camera, but the extreme viewing angles. It's an IPS style display, although it's not IPS branded. But we picked that up there. So it's a 5-inch full HD display with a 441 pixel per inch image density. Running KitKat 4.4.2 and also HTC Sense 6.0. So we have refinements to blink feed, color schemes that can be customized throughout, so we can change the color schemes for individual applications and individual items. Through themes we can change things such as the fonts used throughout, but down adding additional fonts. Obviously supporting Wi-Fi 8 to 11BGN standards, AC, NFC, and so on. There's GPS, GPS, and so on. One of the most important features that we should just take a quick look at, if we have a look at the gallery. So we obviously have the camera there, but taking a look at some of the pre-included images, we just go and grab one. Let's have a look in the gallery. So we have images in our gallery. Probably not that one. Let's take something else. Well, that one will do. So we can actually edit that image, and we can unfocus, and we can tap anywhere to refocus. So we can focus primarily on the background or just on the foreground, or indeed we can go back and we can change foregrounder. So we have different modes for that. So it's picked out the objects in the foreground and dropped out the background to more like a sketch, blur, cartoon, and a decolorize, to just give you an idea of what some of the features you can do. Then there's Dimension Plus, which I'll just turn on, and because there's the 3D, I think you can pick that up, because there's obviously the 3D and depth perspective and depth perception, detail recording in the image, we also have that feature as well, and we can resave that out also. So that's just a quick look at the HTC One M8. We'll have a full review and more details and more videos coming up for you shortly. So it's just a quick look at some of the bits that we have here, and we'll go into more detail in other videos. We'll have benchmarks and details more of the OS and the user interface in subsequent videos. But for now, this is Matt from tracingmatt.co.uk, and we'll be back soon with some more videos and reviews on tracingmatt.co.uk. But for now, thanks for watching.